Hey ladies, welcome to Connecting with Dr. Christy, where we are all about being our best selves and living our best lives in order to experience a higher level of living. As you come into this live, please share with me in the comments what city, what state, what country you are connecting from. We want to see who is connected and connecting, because you know I love people. I love getting to know you. And so if you share with me, I'm going to get to know you a little bit more, a little bit better. Okay, so right now, if you didn't know, right now I'm in a 120-day challenge of coming in every day and making some deposits. I hope you guys are picking them up. And today, well, the theme of this week has been awareness. Before we get into that, I want to share with you guys, thank you for those of you who have been connecting. Yesterday, I made a post about being aware of yourself and making sure that you are taking the time, taking the time, not just hoping that it happens, in order to do your self-care. And self-care is so much more than just the outer things. It's definitely the inner things. So make sure you're taking time for that. And thank you, Kernita, for saying self-care is essential. I appreciate you connecting with me, and I'm glad that you grabbed onto that. Or just a reminder, making sure, especially during this holiday season, we have to ensure that we're still getting that time in. Yes? And like I said, this 120-day challenge of me connecting with you guys, I believe that if you elevate your life in these 7 areas, right? If you elevate your life in these 7 areas, that you will come to a place where you're at a higher level of living, because you're being your best self and able to live your best life because you are growing in all these areas. And those 7 areas are faith, family, foundation, finances, fitness, fun, and future. And so I've already shared about faith, and I've shared about the foundation, meaning you are your foundation. And then today I wanted to share with you guys about family. And like I said, the theme of the week is awareness. We're being aware. So I want you to be aware of your family, right? Aware of your family, because if you're aware of your family and how the patterns that they have, how they are as individuals, you'll have more of a healthy connection with each individual. And then as a whole, you guys are able to grow and grow for a long time and enjoy one another. We love, right? We love, and sometimes that gets a little bit shaky. We love one another, but do you enjoy investing time with those people, right? You want to, because those are the people that you spend the most time. So I just wanted to share a little tip with you and a reminder that you may not understand always each family individual. You may not always understand the things that they do, but if you interact with them according to knowledge, because you're learning their patterns, you're learning who it is they are as individuals, right? And I'll give you a little simple example, soft example. I eat very slow, right? And so my husband has known this since day one. And so I remember him when the first time he met my mom, that's one of the questions is like, is she just trying to spend more time with me, or has she always eaten that slow? I'm a slow eater, right? And so because of that, mentally, he already knows when we go to a restaurant, he starts eating his food a little bit after me, because he knows it's going to take me some time, and he has to just relax and just let me do what I do and take my time, right? Same thing when it comes to even different topics when it comes to communication or how that person interacts emotionally. Is the person that you're interacting with, do they need a little bit more time when it comes to a disagreement? Does the person that you're interacting with, when it comes to a high volume exchange, is that person the one who gets a little high volume first? And so you need to give them some time to their self to process the conversation, come back so you guys interact in a loving manner, right? My son said today, he shared with me, he was like, Mom, every time it's time for us to leave, you have to run back in and get one more thing, right? So then we know how to interact with each other. So he's not like standing there like, come on, Mom, even though he may do that anyway, but he knows that that's just the pattern, right? And so then we know how to interact with one another. Yes? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys on today. Make sure that you are interacting with your family according to knowledge. You may not always understand them, but you can deal with them according to knowledge, because you already know certain things about them. And because of that, because you're willing to invest the time to do that, to know them and love them in spite of their little personal tendencies or whatever it may be, but you guys will grow together healthier, and that connection will be there. And And then when they become adults, they'll want to come back because they love you and they know. And another thing, I'm glad I stopped myself on that now. They may know you and love you in spite of, but it also is an awareness of yourself to know that there are things that you may need to grow, areas you may need to grow in and become better in certain areas or different in certain areas. Because we need to become better people. Like I said, we're all about growing and becoming our best selves. Yes? Okay, so your family knows that that is the way that you are, and so then they know how to interact. But if it's an area where it's something that you need to improve, the individual is going to take the time, invest the time to become their best selves and grow in that area, realizing that there's something that they need to grow in and that they need to do some work. Yes? Okay. That's all that I wanted to share with you guys on today. Thank you guys so much for connecting. Please make sure you drop in the comments what city, what state, what country you're connecting from, even if you're watching the replay. And then make sure you drop some light bulbs. Tell me something that hit you and like, oh, that's a good idea. Or, oh, thanks for the reminder. I do need to stay in that lane. Okay? Thanks so much. You guys have an outstanding day. And remember, Christy loves you. Bye.